Yes, greetings, happy Sabbath. In the name of the Most High Jah, we give thanks every time. Prophet King always coming to bring the message and spread the truth. Giving thanks to all the joy and the life and all the strength. We're giving thanks for the sun, the moon, giving thanks for the rain, so they can't stop Jah time, no matter what Babylon I try. With them all tricks and follies and them Illuminati, so we still not follow them. We still not afraid of them. We still stand firm in the Gideon. So, going to the Genesis, the beginning, where the Most High inspired the writer and the people to tell him about his word, about his creation. And Genesis, the word that has gene in it. These are all the words I always talk about. Can get a lot of other words, a lot of other meanings from it. The gene, which comes from the blood, which is the DNA, original code in the beginning, which is deoxyribonucleic acid. You have genealogy in that word Genesis. It is the beginning. It is a Hebrew word, which means beginning. And it tells you that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth proved to be formless and waste, and there was darkness upon the surface of the watery deep. And God's active force was moving to and fro over the surface of the waters. Okay? So in the beginning, the writer let us know, Most High let us know that He created the heavens and the earth, first of all. But before He created the heavens and the earth was formless. It said the earth proved to be formless and waste. There was darkness upon the surface of the watery deep. Okay, so the earth was formless. Nothing had been made yet, so everything was dark. So when we look in space, scientists show us, when we look in space, just darkness, just some vast space, vast vacuum, all around. There's not even no gravity because God made earth for human beings to stay. That was the best place. He thought that his people or his creation should be. So he made earth for human beings to stay, not in the space. So there's no gravity over there. So as you can see, the Bible says it, that it was dark and formless. There was nothing. What was there, the Bible let us know, is the watery deep. There was water. And science also let us know that, the earth is made out of 70% water and 30% land. Just like the body made out of 70% water, and 30% other fluids, blood and all this other stuff in our bodies that science and biology will also teach you, which is bio, and logy. Bio's life and logy is the study of. All these other words I always tell you about. You have to know what they mean so that you can have a leverage and know the knowledge. So the Bible let us know there was water there. Okay, that was all that was water, and the active force, which is the power, the Most High force, moved over the surface of the water. Isn't it amazing that the earth itself is filled with 70% water, which means there's water all around us, even water on top. When we look up, there's water on top, but we don't flood, and it makes sense because the same water on top is what comes down as rain. And God holds the firmaments, or the Most High hold the firmaments in place, so the earth can't flood. But when He's ready, He can flood it because it's His time and His earth and His creation, right? But He said, back to the Bible, the active force was moving to and fro over the surface of the waters, and God proceeded to say, "Let there be light," or "Let light come to be." There's different Bibles which read different. I'm reading my Bible is the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures, and I like this Bible. I like how it reads, but other Bibles will say, "Let there be light," and the reason why they switch it up and change it up because they try and confuse and deceive again, always trying to, trick. So I have other Bibles I read. I have different Bibles that I compare it just to always stay ahead of them, because they think they are smart, but cannot let them overcome, because we always comprehend and understand the truth. The truth is light. So the Bible says in chapter 1 verse 3, and God proceeded to say, let light come to be, and there came to be light. Now this light that is in Genesis here was not the sun. Okay, it wasn't the sun. He hadn't even created the sun yet. He made light. This light was to let the Most High presence known that He is there. Before there was darkness. When you're in darkness, you do not know anything. Nothing is known in the dark. But when there is light, everything is known. Right? Light brings forth truth, brings forth knowledge, brings forth a whole lot of things that you see clear. Because even if you don't know something and somebody tells you, oh, you were in the dark for so long, right? But now you see the light. So God had to let them, His Most High presence be known. And as we get into Genesis, I'd like to just let people know that his real name is not God. You don't call him God, right? His real name is Yahweh. There was no J in the alphabet, in the Hebrew alphabet. Okay, there was Y, Yahweh, right? The J was invented by somebody when they put a hook on the I. All this is research, and you can always find that out. Then his real name is Yahweh. Research will show you that, when the writers were writing the Bible, God inspired them to use the name titles or to use words like God, Lord, just because the name of God is too powerful for sinful man to utter. And if you think about it, it's definitely true, because you watch porn and, people in porn committing fornication and adultery or whatever, and they saying, oh God, calling the name of God in vain. And that should be lightning and thunder if it was back in the days. But because of His mercy and His love and His Son that He gave for us, the Messiah, which still people do not believe that He ever came to be and came to exist, and yet our whole calendar, our whole calendar race, our whole timeline is based on Him. One person who is AD, which is after death, and BC, before Christ. But how can the man that never exist, or a person that never existed, our whole life is based on him, our whole history calendar is based on him? It's very funny that they try to use little tricks and little hints, but still you do not see, because they try to disguise and confuse, right? But we always see the light, because Genesis chapter 1 verse 3 says, and God proceeded to say, let there be light, let the light come to be, in my Bible. And there came light, and everything was known. So we know the truth, and we cannot hide and we cannot stray. Whatever the people try to teach and try to tell us about gay rights and about this and that and all their sinful acts and iniquity, we know, so we cannot bow down, because we know where we're coming from, and we know where we're going, and we know we're coming from the Most High. So as He let us know the light and gave us all that knowledge, that was when everything was known and the presence of the Most High was known. Okay, and chapter 1 verse 4 says, after that God saw that the light was good, and God brought about a division between the light and the darkness. Okay, so even though the beginning was darkness, that's why we count from zero. Everything begins from zero, right? The beginning was darkness. God loved the light. When He created it, said He was good, because everybody can be in the dark, but everybody likes the light. So we give thanks for the knowledge and continue to spread the truth and give thanks for the light, right?